Striving for competence in the counseling profession is a continuous and ethical obligation. Competence is dynamic and evolves through education, supervision, practice, and self-reflection. As Corey et al. 2024 emphasize on page 343, competence at one point in time does not ensure competence at a later time. To remain current, we must take active steps to maintain our knowledge and skills. This paper evaluates my current level of personal and professional competencies, identifies areas for improvement, and presents a comprehensive action plan to enhance my development as a future counselor. The assessment draws from the personal and professional competencies outlined by Seattle University's Department of Counseling and School Psychology and integrates key concepts from the course textbook. Regarding the first section of the evaluation of current competencies, looking at counseling skills and abilities, as a pre-internship student, my clinical competencies such as creating a safe therapeutic setting, expressing empathy, responding therapeutically, and maintaining intentionality have not yet been formally observed in a counseling setting. Although I have received theoretical training, I have not had the opportunity to demonstrate these skills through direct practice. Therefore, this area represents the most significant gap in my current development. Within the second domain of professional responsibility, I have demonstrated a strong commitment to ethical practice, social justice, and professional engagement. I meet competencies related to understanding professional ethics, respecting individual differences, and articulating the counselor's role in various societal contexts. However, I continue to develop in selecting appropriate interventions that align with specific theoretical models and client presentations. According to the American Mental Health Counselors Association 2020, as cited in the textbook on page 345, mental health professionals are ethically bound to provide only those services and use only those techniques for which they are qualified by education, training, or experience. As I prepare for internship, this principle will guide my intentional development and clinical decision-making. I currently meet all the competencies within the third category regarding personal responsibility. I have demonstrated self-awareness regarding my values, needs, and limitations. I effectively integrate feedback, communicate clearly, and meet academic expectations. Furthermore, I maintain emotional resilience and utilize appropriate coping strategies to manage the program's demands. These competencies are crucial to sustaining long-term effectiveness and well-being as a counselor. Corey et al. 2024 assert on page 343 that self-care and wellness are basic to being able to function competently in our professional work and striving toward wellness as an ethical imperative. While I have established a solid foundation in personal and professional ethics, I still have several areas of improvement that I need to target for further work. For instance, my ability to implement clinical skills such as active listening, empathy, and therapeutic presence has not yet been tested in live counseling sessions. These foundational competencies are essential for effective therapeutic relationships, so I must work on them as I begin my internship and actively see clients. I must also strengthen my ability to select and apply appropriate interventions based on client needs and relevant theoretical frameworks. While I understand different theories, I still need more experience in understanding what theories to use and when. Also, although I demonstrate respect for diversity, I aim to develop a deeper and more nuanced understanding of cultural influences in counseling, which will grow as I begin to see various clients. When considering a plan of action to help me develop these personal and professional competencies, I will first participate in supervised clinical practice during my internship and practicum to develop counseling skills through live client interactions under professional supervision. To do this, I must engage in weekly supervision during internship while utilizing feedback to improve my techniques. With their approval and consent, I will also record client sessions to reflect on my sessions and analyze what I could improve on in the future. Lastly, I will set concrete goals and actively review my progress with supervisors. According to the textbook, formative feedback is essential for professional growth. As Corey et al. 2024 note on page 347, formative assessment is a developmentally informed process that provides useful feedback during one's training and throughout one's professional career. Taking feedback into consideration and working on growing my skills will be one plan of action for me to progress my competencies, as learning from those more knowledgeable than me can provide innumerable information and knowledge. Secondly, I will continue my education in theoretical application to expand my knowledge of counseling theories and improve my ability to match interventions to client needs. To do this, I will attend relevant workshops and conferences yearly and read scholarly journals and case studies to understand theoretical applications in diverse contexts. The textbook states, new skills can be learned by attending conferences, taking additional courses, and by participating in workshops. Thus, ongoing education is essential for building competence. A third step in an action plan that may help me develop personal and professional competencies includes enhancing my ability to work effectively with clients from diverse backgrounds. I will make sure to reflect on my own cultural identity and biases through self-reflection, self-awareness, and discussion with supervisors, while also being sure to grow my knowledge and cultural competencies. According to the American Counseling Association 2014, counselors must practice within their boundaries of competence while gaining knowledge, personal awareness, sensitivity, dispositions, and skills relevant to working with diverse clients. A fourth and final step in an action plan is to practice and participate in self-reflection and competency evaluation continuously. I will complete self-assessments yearly to see if and how well I am growing my competencies. I will also gather client and supervisor feedback during an internship to assess therapeutic impact and effectiveness. Self-assessment is a foundation for growth. Corey et al. 2024 emphasized on page 345 that routine self-assessment and an honest appraisal of our skills provide the foundation for continued growth. In conclusion, competence in counseling is both an ethical duty and a lifelong process. While I currently meet many professional and personal competencies expected of a counselor in training, the transition into supervised practice will be critical in developing essential clinical skills. Through intentional practice, ongoing education, cultural learning, and self-assessment, I am committed to becoming a competent, ethical, and practical mental health professional who can serve clients with integrity and care. As Corey et al. 2024 conclude on page 374, professionals are required to engage in ongoing study, education, training, and consultation in their areas of practice in order to maintain their competence.